Imagine adding a spoonful of honey to your tea, thinking it's pure, healthy, and natural, only to learn you've just consumed a lab-made syrup with almost none of honey's benefits. Today we're going to expose the truth behind the billion-dollar honey industry. Real, raw honey is more than just sugar. It carries natural enzymes, antioxidants, and trace minerals your body can actually use. For centuries, people have used it to heal wounds, soothe throats, and boost energy. The issue is much of what's sold today isn't raw honey at all. Many brands heat it, filter it, or worse, replace it with corn syrup that looks the same, pours the same, and even tastes sweet. The problem? Corn syrup is empty. It has none of the natural benefits, and too much of it may raise blood sugar, fuel inflammation, and leave you craving more. Here's the trick. Fake honey is hard to spot. Labels often say pure, organic, or natural, but those words aren't regulated. A jar can still be filled with syrup blends and legally pass as honey. So how can you tell? 3 simple ways. The crystallization test. Raw honey naturally thickens over time. Fake honey usually stays runny. The water test. Drop a spoonful in a glass. Real honey sinks and holds together. Fake honey dissolves like sugar water. Taste. Real honey has depth. Floral, herbal, even earthy. Fake honey? Flat, one note, and overly sweet. And here's the sneakiest part. Some companies mix a little real honey with syrup, just enough to fool you while still robbing you of the benefits. Finding a reputable company can be tough these days with all the tricky marketing tactics, but luckily, I live close enough to a couple honey farms that are still family-owned and operated that I buy my honey from. It not only feels good to support local family-owned businesses, but it also gives me peace of mind that I'm getting what I'm paying for. And the cost difference between real raw honey and store-bought honey is surprisingly small, showing just how much these big corporations are gouging us for a corn syrup mix. But why does it matter? Because raw honey isn't just a sweetener. It carries antioxidants that fight cell damage, enzymes that help digestion, and natural compounds that support your immune system. When you swap that for fake honey, really just corn syrup, you're trading health for empty calories. Corn syrup spikes blood sugar, increases cravings, and has been linked to weight gain and inflammation. So every time you think you're making a healthy choice, you could be unknowingly feeding your body the very thing you're trying to avoid. And here's the real danger. Even the brands you trust may not be what they seem. Some jars labeled as 100% pure hide a different story once tested. The question is, if you can't trust the label, how do you know what you're really eating?